we begin today with our Community Corner, sponsored by Scandinavian Designs. You know, Idaho has so many beautiful wild vistas, and the Selway Bitterroot Frank Church Foundation is dedicated to keeping this intact. So we're joined right now by Ryan from this foundation to explain further. And Ryan, tell us, because in full transparency, this is a pretty new foundation to myself. I haven't heard of this.
Okay.
Yeah, so explain, what is the Selway Bitterroot Frank Church Foundation, which I know is named after wilderness region in Idaho.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. It's a tough one to remember, but yeah, so the Selway Bitterroot and the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness, which is the actual name, these are pieces of federal land, Forest Service land, the highest level of protection that lands can have, and it really encompasses almost all of like central Idaho. It's just a giant block, and you can't hardly drive through it. It takes 14 hours to drive around it, and just big mountains, wild rivers, thousands of miles of trail.
Incredibly remote, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. You know, you can be 5 hours down a dirt road just to get to the trail where you start hiking, and then you can hike 40 miles further with, there's no roads. There's no no way to get there other than on horseback or on foot, and there's some caveats, but yeah, it's a tough place to get to. Truly
wild. I think at one point my father and I were going to take a plane to a certain portion of the Frank Church Wilderness of No Return, and then hike in on, and then grab horseback to go to another spot, right?
That's a great trip.
It's right? It's so exciting, but that is, in my opinion, something that really makes Idaho's wilderness so unique, is the fact that we still have that type of experience and opportunity in our state.
It's unique in the lower 48, to be sure. There's not a lot of, the scale is truly the unique part. There's wilderness areas across American West, whole country. This one is much, much bigger than all the rest. So yeah, you fly in and you're 30 miles from a road, and then you hike further from there. Yeah, it's an experience that people shouldn't take for granted, and that honestly we wish more people would have, because yeah, it's something that not everybody gets to do, and we would like more people to be able to.
Yeah, and in my opinion, it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So, I mean, we're kind of giving reason, but explain though the reason behind creating this foundation and what your mission is.
Yeah, so our mission is really to help augment and support what the Forest Service can do, right? The Forest Service manages these lands, but you know, in large part, there's so much trail out there that it can't all be maintained, all right? And the way you maintain it is with cross-cut saws, like human power, right? We're not taking chainsaws or power tools, and you know, every summer, every winter, like trees keep falling down on these trails. The brush will eat the trails, and they'll disappear. It doesn't take long, just a handful of years. And if you don't get out there and keep it open, you know, you can lose access to all of it. And so we really focus only on these areas, and we focus on sending crews and volunteers and people out there to help maintain these trails in a way, you know, within this wilderness ethic, which is really hard to do. It just takes a lot of people, a lot of time.
Especially when you're taking technology out of it, like you said, you know, you're using the hand saws, kind of like Paul Bunyan, if you will, if you're looking for visual reference, right? The true lumberjack way to cut down a tree or to remove debris. Are these volunteers that are going out and doing this as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have crews comprised of sometimes paid people, college-age folks, and lots of volunteers. Like if you want to come out, you can sign up and come with us next year. Or so can anybody else, really. We have a number of projects and trips that are open to the public, and that's something we're expanding on,
Okay, so your goal then is to keep the wilderness wild, however, do it in a way as well that's allowing it to still be accessible.
That's right.
And maintained, so people can still experience it in a safe way, right?
Right, and you know, you're doing both of those things, right? Some people would say, oh, it's either wild or it's accessible, but you know, this act was written in such a way that people are meant to be able to enjoy it. You know, understanding the leave no trace ethics, and you know, practicing wilderness ethic all along the way, which is why we're using these 100-year-old crosscut saws. And we're not advocating for a change to that. We are keeping it wild, but we also know that the American people, the people of Idaho, should be able to go there, and we want them to do it the right way, and it's super doable, but just really hard.
So if people want to learn more about your organization, or perhaps they want to volunteer, or maybe donate to help make sure that you're able to maintain the access to this incredible wilderness, where do they go? What do they do?
Right, so our website is just Selway Bitterroot selwaybitterroot.org. That's our website, and you certainly can donate there. And you know, we'll open up our volunteer opportunities at the end of this year, the beginning of next year, once we build all these plans. You know, so volunteering it's a great experience. We provide food and PAC support and leadership. So I think of them as like an awesome way to spend a week. And so, yeah, we are member supported, people donating to us. It's huge. If you see wilderness license plates when you drive around, that's a big fundraiser for us.
Oh, okay.
And then Boise, we're doing a mountain film event here in a week and a half, which is another big fundraiser for us at the Egyptian Theater.
Oh, you are? What is it called?
It's called Boise Mountain Film, or Telluride Mountain Film. So there's a couple hours of films. We'll do a big raffle and get a bunch of people who love the wilderness and outdoors together, yeah.
Wonderful, and that's at the Egyptian.
On the 20th, yeah.
On the 20th. All right, everyone, put that on your calendar. Ryan, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that, and thank you for maintaining our wilderness.
You got it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, everyone stick around. We got details on an event that is perfect for all pet lovers. We'll be right back.